there's a lot of committal engage, right? Like, there's a lot of all-in.
Yeah.
Once you're in, you're staying in. For CFO, you talk about range, and I see Rumble, I see Victor, yes, very crucial ultimates to set up for any team fight. And in the early game, it's going to be really important. 2v2 is quite impactful as scaling from Super, but Nico always changes the lane, but a flash engage, Super in trouble. Ignite down, double shattering strike, deadly flash. Oh no, flashing in front, Doggo, no. Oh. Super can't escape.
But as I said, this is kind of what I see being the win con for MKOI, is that you put pressure on the Victor, find opportunities for to put that pressure. He is now being ganked, though.
Vice versa for the pressure. Justice Punch, but in the way. Kaiwing, great gank. Another shattering strike. Gravity Field gets the slow, and JoJo's getting whittled down. Kaiwing, 2 out of 2 KP. This guy is rearing the early game.
Such a good start for CFO. And we see here, so I think maybe Super goes for the Q there. Not enough damage done to the minions. Maybe a bit too much focus on the poke from Alvaro, and then Super just gets demolished there. Doggo with a great flash over the route there, where Movistar probably looked to capitalize on the punish, but in return...
JoJo's in trouble again. He still doesn't have that flash. The Justice Punch is interrupted, and against the wall he will stand. Ishal's warm embrace leads to another kill. This time one over to Gen.G. EWC is trying to get something back, but with no red buff, no real damage onto this Scorpion. It's trouble as Alvaro, he's locked in place again. It's another great shattering strike. A quick cleanse away from the Tangle Barbs, and at least something back for MKOI, but there is nothing going right here. Maybe there's something going to be done for the bot lane that's slowly pushing in. You can see JoJo's also hovering, but pings are going down. CFO are not overstepping. They know that this Galio really needs to move to get the game back on MKOI's side, but they're being really cautious here. You can see, look, Doggo's just stepping back, and River's just going to be given over to MKOI in the interim. Curtain call. Alvaro, flash, engage, Magnet Storm. Keeps in place and even matches the flash to predict for the third shot. MKOI, it's now 0-4. Yes, scrubs will be taken, but look at Mirwin Pot. It's turning into a dive. An easy kill. We don't even need to see it because it was a one tick, and CFO are going to find plating through bot. The push in top.
They will actually get some more plates. So actually working out better for MKOI than I thought it would. Driver does have his ult now, though, so that's where the push ends. So actually, working out pretty positively for MKOI, all things considered.
JoJo stepping forward through the gravity field was also a nice play, but again, Ishal's impact gets him in range, and Judge's now looking. Impale out, yes, in the Justice Punch with the Chaos Storm on top layered. Well, he flashes as Hongq already locks on.
Define numbers advantages, and it feels really bad to be at 12 minutes and already talking about, hey, we're so far behind, we have to kind of navigate things well. They're all looking.
Magnet Storm, Deadly Flash doesn't connect. Here's a curtain call, but Driver's burning them down. Okay, no skewer combo here available, but the Equalizer now used. Kaiwing will be a trade for MKOI's first kill. We sit 1-7, but Brazil's not showing up to this game. We'll hold for a second as Mirwin teleports in. It is just a simple trade for now.
Doesn't feel too great, though. I mean, normally if you're trading when you're behind...
Base checking into Ascana. Flash away from EWC for the red buff. Okay, but Mirwin needs to pull his weight. Puts the Between Worlds up to get a shutdown. EWC is still alive, and red buff is doing a great job. But Gen.G, as he finally autos away with his passive, will make it another trade. Teleport up from Hongq. Want to bring the fight into full succession as top wave goes down, or rather turret. Super picking up the gold for the trade.
Obviously doesn't feel good to give it over, but I think wait till you're in a better position to fight.
Yeah. Super has to be careful. Kaiwing has his flash available. He's going to second skin away from that, rather. The carries on CFO are not mobile.
Yeah.
So further to your point, those summoners are going to mean so much here, as Koi are going to be picking up the Herald, but CFO want to contest it, bring in the fight. Smite comes down, and EWC has it in hand, but Gen.G with an Impale ready, wants to come in. Driver flashed over the wall for this. He's going to equalize down as EWC is the only one cooking for now. Pop Blossom off the side, hits no one between worlds. Doesn't do much, but the Magnet Storm does. Keeps him in place as Kaiwing is a nuisance against the wall. Gen.G doing the same with an Impale. A scrappy, messy fight with a Chaos Storm, shredding down and charging everyone. An order that won't reach to full fruition as Koi are left with 4. It's only EWC for the Herald being the full trade, but
so really good homework from CFO to make sure they could go for that turret without the threat of like an engage or a dive. A lot of times teams, they heavily go for that mid-tier 1 and they end up getting punished for it.
Base checking for the wave. Driver walks in. He only thought JoJo's there, but it's EWC covering his mid laner. That's an important kill. He's saying forget it. What do you think?
Did he mean a sweep? I wonder, because I feel like throwing the Herald down kind of gives away the play.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Kai'Sa does a lot of single target damage. Maybe he's just trying to distract them. Only Kaiwing is here. It's not Spellbook Rel, so no chance to steal. I think this is a really good trade. So, good move from MKOI. I mean, it's just a third dragon, right? And it's only a Chemtech Soul. If CFO do get Chemtech Soul, it's not the end of the world, and they don't have it yet. Just to say, you know, we can't find an angle into this river, into this dragon fight. We'll take this instead.
And the wait till JoJo's at two and a bit items as well, and that'll be around the fourth dragon rather, as there's no turret here, so Junja's going to bring AG.AL's impact into it with an Impale up and available, waiting for max range. JoJo's getting help with a TP from his ally as well, but Alvaro's also on the way. Shield of Duran gets two, and Driver isolated, getting burnt down between worlds. All they need is a pop blossom, and they'll get it from Alvarito. Merlin zones off the rest, and MKOI know that CFO won't dare show their face for the rest of the fight.
Huge counterpunch, and for the first time in a while, MKOI have a gold lead.
Angle Barbs also super in, ulti's in with a killer instinct, flashes the Magnet Storm! Super avoids it all. A shattering strike, yes, but no curtain call. Doggo in the back, interrupted by Elyoya, and even though the flash won't work out, coming close, MKOI are back in this game.
Now with a significant lead, finding a great fight. The attempt to punish JoJo there maybe is a response, losing the Arakan. Dragon is spawning, let it go. This is what they're doing. They get him some vision in the Baron area. It's the first dragon for Movistar Koi. It's meaningless at this point of the game. So I think this is the right call. You just try and get a little bit of extra vision around the Baron area. You give up the dragon, and more importantly, you wait for those flashes to be back up and available, which they're coming up soon. It's been MKOI just trying to find an angle to push the game further, and really CFO are holding on pretty well, but they do find a little bit of an advantage there. Now, Junja is very
on a ward with the Tangle Barb as well. There's 3 members on him now, 4, thanks to the Skyfall from Elyoya, and Junja taking a killer instinct, can't get his Impale. Super will take opening kill as Kaiwing got chunked heavy. Mirwin jumps into a Chaos Storm to a gravity field, now flashes away from everything launched at him between worlds to escape from the curtain call. MKOI have burned a little bit, but CFO used a lot to try and get something back.
Yeah, and now Elyoya's going to pick up the Honey Fruit. The TP's there for Mirwin, and without the jungler, the DPS of Super, they can just take this Baron with complete confidence. Those ults not being available for CFO, I think, makes them a bit too weak in this fight.
Mirwin's backing away, but he's got teleport instantly channeled as he returns. 3K, 3.5. Elyoya zoned off, flashes in, Doggo cleansing out, but at the back of the fight, there's JoJo! Galio waits, and he receives Honkyu with a trade onto Alvaro, but even though it looks like a 1-for-1, Baron still goes down to MKOI. They're returning this game now. 3K damage from a single fight. He's been glazed enough this game. And Super's going to take Chemtech Drake number 2. I mean, just bonus tenacity feels nice, but
how badly the game started, how CFO had a big advantage. You know, it's so hard to bounce back when it is that high pressure best of 1, but Movistar Koi have managed to do so, and
Impale.
Find an ult.
A reward with Deadly Flourish, but can they kill JoJo up against the turret? Another AG.AL's impact, that's nice, shut down. MKOI stepped a bit far forward, but now that the turret's down, their leaning capabilities to CFO are minimized as Curtain Call's running into a simple clone. Elyoya for the 4th shot will dodge to the right, and it wins out. So MKOI are going to lose one. They open up the turret, but that's their siege coming to an end.
Yes, they'll have to respect the CC potential of CFO.
Oi, don't do it.
JoJo Pion oversteps there. I think Movistar Koi managed to disengage from the situation, but it does buy time and sort of stall out the rest of that Baron buff.
Yeah. Ulti. Grand Starfall rather comes in. Kaiwing, though, he's dismounted, so he's slow as anything. Pop Blossom over the wall also gets Junja, and Kaiwing, he's going to flash, but still to his death. Alvaro dies to Honkyu. That's a 1-for-1 as Elyoya has to commit hard. Look towards the right side of your screen, and Super is a new target, and Junja finds him, and a wall! Another shutdown to the victor, and MKOI, this game is not in the bag yet. They are throwing it away. But Driver and Junja are unaffected as Dragon starts again.
You see JoJo in a great spot with that Mega Blast Cone. Trying to look for an angle. Look at Doggo.
Shield of Duran, he wants to go in. The flash and the setup from Mirwin. It's gorgeous. MKOI now have all the AoE as Super runs on in, and the comeback be damned. MKOI silence the doubt and bring us back to a 1-game win.
Beautiful engage at the flank from the solo laners, and Super with the final punch to finish it off. Movistar Koi will not be going home, and they'll deliver the death blow to CFO.
The LCP will, though, in full completion. Cam, now CTBC flying Oyster, but Koi get their revenge for MSI and qualify to the quarterfinals at EWC.
And just so much resilience shown in a game. You have this one best-of-1 opportunity where you fell behind early.
As it is MKOI 15-14 right now. Currently standing by, though, is an interview with one of the players over at CFO and Kitty.